everybody. Welcome back to Imperfect Chats, hosted by me, Gemma Blythe.
Me, Victoria Rose.
Welcome back. So, as if you joined us the last time on Imperfect Chats, we covered all sorts of different things and had so many laughs along the way. So, we covered two truths and a lie.
I know you so well.
And we covered what imperfect means to us. And I also introduced the American football loving Victoria Rose to the audience. So, what are we talking about today, Vic?
So today, on today's podcast, we're going to talk about imperfect moments. So Gemma, tell us your imperfect moments.
Oh my gosh, there's so many just from like the last 2 weeks alone. I think I have been ridiculed so much over the past 2 weeks because somebody, naming no names, ordered a dishwasher from Curry's, and it was meant to be the like cheaper version of two of the same versions, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the cheaper version wouldn't arrive within the first couple of weeks. So I then made the executive decision and ordered the more expensive version.
Of course.
The only difference is that it's got Wi-Fi.
Oh, fancy.
Yes, but the problem is, I thought that as well. But the problem is it doesn't like load the dishwasher. It doesn't empty the dishwasher. So you have to physically load the dishwasher, then locate your phone after you've downloaded an app to start the dishwasher.
Oh, so you can't actually start the dishwasher manually. You have to start on the app.
Well, you can start it manually as well, which kind of makes it worse.
I'm so sorry. That's just hilarious.
So, yeah, that's been everybody's reaction over the past week.
I bet you waiting for that, the cheaper one now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. The impatience got you, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I used mum's impatience as an excuse, but it was really mine.
I can't mow because I don't have a dishwasher. I have to wash everything up by hands.
Oh my gosh.
So, and I'm moving house in a few weeks. And again, the dishwasher.
Just do not trust me to order you one.
We have a utility room, which is, washing machine, tumble dryer, and, all that kind of stuff. Even that be stored in. And but yeah, there's no space in the kitchen for a dishwasher. And obviously, I'm not going to put a dishwasher in the utility room.
No, because then it defeat the defeat the object.
Oh yeah, kind of. But obviously, life is not perfect. You got to pick your battles. At the end of the day, I don't mind messing up, so it's got to be done.
Yeah, that's so true. But yeah, so I've been getting ridiculed all week. But yeah, what's your most imperfect moment from the last week, fortnight? Who knows?
You know me, Gemma. My life is hectic.
Oh yeah.
My life has been lifing recently with my work and moving house and everything else in between.
I can relate.
Yeah, do you know what? At the moment, my house is just upside down because of packing, and so at the moment, it's imperfect.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like when I last moved, trying to balance the act between moving between packing boxes everywhere, and I developed just an insane hatred of them.
Do you know what I'm hating at the moment? Absolutely hating it. I got rid of all my stuff. I got rid of all my summer clothes. I packed all my summer clothes away. So it's gonna be here in a few days. I'm so good for our soul. I can't wait. I don't think we're gonna get a heat wave anytime soon. Although today is quite a warm day, but I don't think we're gonna get another heat wave.
I hope so. I hope not, because I cannot stand another bloody heat wave.
I don't think we will. Wishful thinking, but it is UK. Who knows?
I mean, mentally and like dress sense, I'm in autumn. I'm just ignoring the weather out the window.
Yeah. Autumn all the way, brown, all the colours, I love it.
Me too.
So that's my imperfect moment for the past couple of weeks is my life.
So with that in mind,
then that's okay.
It absolutely is, because it's part of life. It's part of what makes us human.
You learn from it. That's what it's
exactly.
all about. You learn from mistakes, and that's what makes you grow.
Yeah. That's so true. And another thing that sadly you learn from is imperfect first, which leads us seamlessly into the topic of today's show.
Oh, no, imperfect first. Where do we start?
I really don't know.
Like, from the job, imperfect first job, or imperfect first relationship? Where do we start for this? Because
There's
everything
just so
is so,
many.
there's so many.
Yeah. I mean, let's start with job and then work our way forwards or backwards or whatever.
So I went to college. I was there for 3 years. I done animal studies, and I done pub work. I was in
All
the
right, yeah.
kitchen and a waitress. I was preparing food, washing up, and giving waitressing. So ordering the food and giving them the food.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, late nights, if you're in hospitality, you know how draining it is. It
Yeah.
is draining. And you have customers
Mm-hmm.
that were rude to you, and if we didn't have something in stock, or you knew about it because they were angry.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, and I was young. I was 16, going on to I was 16 to 17 when I had that job, and then I worked on a farm during
Right, okay.
absolutely perfect because it was seasonal. So during
Yeah,
half term,
absolutely.
summer holidays, and that kind of stuff, which is perfect because it works around my college. However,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning the animals, and we had kids because obviously it was a kids farm. So you see animals, and then you done activities with the
Mm-hmm.
kids. But also machineries break down, so we couldn't do Thomas train rides or
Oh, no, that's not good.
ill. And that job was, although I absolutely loved it, but it wasn't perfect. No job was imperfect. Like no job is perfect.
No, no, absolutely not.
Especially going out there in the winter time, in the freezing cold, breaking the ice out of the water for them to drink with my bellies
Oh,
on,
God.
all covered up. I loved it. But the sad
Yeah.
thing was the animals get taken away to be slaughtered
Mm,
because we had cows and calves and chickens.
yeah, of course.
That was downside of it, sadly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then from there, I worked in the pet shop, and then I went from there to my care job, which is hard work. So late nights, and
Very hard work.
yeah, it's not easy. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah.
What's your?
Oh my gosh. So I ended up going to two colleges,
Mhm.
and from there, I ended up getting a part-time summer job, which I hated. And it was working at a bulb factory near me.
Mhm.
And to do this job, you had to be able to lift 25 kilograms, and everybody on break or lunch looked at me like they wanted to kill me. So I was just,
Why?
it was literally like that. Everybody had got into like their own little cliques.
Oh, do you know what? I hate that. In every workplace, there's always a clique with certain members of
Oh,
staff and management, and that. It's like,
yeah,
I get it. I understand your friends outside of
yeah.
work and inside of work, perfectly fine.
Mm.
But don't rub it in people's faces.
Oh no, no. I mean,
Like,
like
we're all there to do the same job. You get paid the same,
exactly.
like the
Yeah.
same.
I remember once, like I set off, I think it was half hour early,
Mhm.
and it was my mum's birthday as well. So I set off, and I made sure that I set off in good time so then they couldn't use anything against me.
Mm.
Set off half hour early, and I still ended up 10 minutes late. Traffic that should have taken me 5 minutes to get to work took me over 40 minutes to get to work.
Bad traffic accident or
Bad traffic. It was literally just the sheer amount of traffic.
right?
And I was sat there and I'm thinking, I am going to get told off. I am so going to get punished for this. And I did. I was given a verbal warning. So, yeah, it was like, it was mad, absolutely mad.
That's
Then
alright.
at the end of the day, I'd finish work and I just stink of onions. Like, that smell hung around me for weeks. And my friend, bless him, had arranged to take me and mum for a meal that night. And he said to me, he said, "Have you had a shower?" And I said, "When I tell you that I have scrubbed every inch in that shower," I said, "I am not kidding." But I said that smell, it just hangs around for
It lingers, isn't it?
ages.
It's onions. Onions will
Oh,
linger.
yeah, yeah. And I think I lasted 4 days at that job because on the Thursday they actually gave me the option whether I wanted to leave then and count as that being, like, sacked, or
Right.
whether I just didn't wanna come in the next day and that count as me being left.
Okay.
So I was kinda like, "Okay, I just won't come in tomorrow."
Yeah, you don't want to be sacked because that's uncalled, but then you can get them done for unfair dismissal.
Exactly. So, yeah, that was my first job.
What a pleasant job that was.
Oh my gosh, I'm just never going back into another bloody bulb factory. So bad. So
I can imagine that was.
yeah,
Mm.
it was really bad. So yeah, that was my first time job. Yay!
And then you went from there to your second job, which
So
was.
it was actually content creating my second job,
Mm-hmm.
purely because I've applied back to black for job applications and different jobs here, there, and everywhere. Never got anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So the next job I had was content creation, which was back 2020. Yeah, 2020. And that was brilliant. That was chilled, laid back, got all my work done really early.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I could relax. There were still ups and downs, as there are in any job, but nothing
Yep.
majorly bad. Then the next one that I went to, you know where it is, well known place.
Mm-hmm. I do indeed. We might say that on here.
Yeah, nope. Um, and that had lots of higher up people for me to report to.
Mm-hmm.
And there were so many ups and downs. My contract was wrong. And there was one really bad thing which still traumatizes me to this day that happened. And yeah, so even though I did love that job, the training, the things that I had to do, I was like, I had 6 jobs in one job.
And that's not ideal, really.
It was insane. It was
Mm.
absolutely insane. The whole lot relied on, like, signal being okay. And if that wasn't all right, then it could end up in a potentially dangerous situation.
In any job role, you can end up being in a dangerous situation if you're not careful.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Yeah,
people you think are your
definitely.
friends will throw you under the bus.
Oh, yeah.
Even management, to cover themselves. You're just a number
Yeah,
to them.
So
So you've got to
exactly.
cover yourself in all aspects. In everything you do, you've got to cover yourself. Then they won't come
Yeah.
after you. I've done nothing wrong.
Well, you've got to try and make sure you can cover yourself in certain situations. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's really hard to do that. It depends what the
It is.
situation
Yeah.
is. But I'm doing what I do today because of it. So
Mm.
had
And
that
you know
not
what?
happened and gone pear-shaped, I wouldn't be here. And neither would you.
No, no. You know what? I found love for social media with the app we met on a few years ago
Yeah.
during COVID time through the
Yeah, I do.
agency we was with, and God, wasn't that fun? That wasn't our best moments.
No. I must admit, it did ignite a passion with me for social media
It
and
did with
a
me.
gap.
It gave me a bit more confidence being
Yeah.
on camera, and you know what I mean, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, I stopped that, and now I'm coming back into it, so my confidence needs to start growing again because I took a couple of years off. We're now in 2005, almost in 2006, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. But I think that was the first time that I recognized that anybody could have a platform and
Mm.
anybody could be on camera with any type of story or experience or any life advice to give to
Talk about
people.
anything, about football. You know, you got people talking about
Yeah,
football. And that's their
Yeah,
passion. You have to find your passion
exactly.
and thrive in that.
Yeah. I mean, of course, there was the typical cliques and
Mm.
the people that used to get along with each other and things like that. But I think because we went off in our own little band of misfits, shall we say, we kind of left all that to some degree, and we just like magnetized to other misfits and oddballs around the app. So, yeah, and I think that's where the passion came from because we were all stuck together in some way, shape, or form. And it was
We have,
nice
from day
because,
one, we're stuck together. And we have. We just clicked.
yeah,
We just did. I don't know what it was, but we just
clicked. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people say that there isn't an instant click when you work with other people. But if you are in the same industry or workplace and you are struggling just as much as somebody else, you will magnetize together. And I think that's what happened.
You will attract your tribe. You will.
Yeah,
You will attract
it's
it.
so true. So, yeah, so now we'll move on to another first, which is first date.
You know what? I honestly
Go on.
can't remember anything
Oh, I knew you were
about
going to say it.
my dating life because oh my god, it's so bad. Okay, I don't really count. We didn't go on a date.
That's weird. That's weird because some relationships just work straight away. So you don't actually feel as though there's been a date involved as such, let alone a first date.
But whenever you date, there's always going to be first with that person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So with my fiance now, we went on a date and wine and dine. We just stuck together from day one.
Yeah.
Like all my other relationships, it was no wine and dining, nothing,
Yeah.
no effort whatsoever.
Mm.
So although it's hard to, they obviously weren't memorable. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I remember them.
Yeah.
Like, it clearly wasn't. Oh man, that's just. Oh my god. Like, I'm 32. I'm going to be 33 at the end of this year. Right, my dating life started when I was 16. So when I was in college is when I got my first boyfriend. And we obviously didn't go on a date because teenagers back then, you didn't really go on
Yeah.
dates. It wasn't a known
Exactly.
thing.
No.
So I'm from I don't know, it's hard to. My second boyfriend, 3.5 years. I can't remember what you done.
Yeah, everything just goes by in like a blur sometimes. And I think that's one of the times when it does.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to think. My dating life didn't start until I was, got to be careful here, 19. Yeah, 19. So I'd just left one college, started at the second college, and that's when I met my ex. And yeah, that first date I can just remember snippets of, but it was so weird. Not because we were two women dating, but because of other people's perceptions.
Okay. What do you?
We were aware of people staring sometimes.
What? Because they saw two females dating and like holding hands or whatever. I know people think it's weird.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Like, I thought those perceptions were dead and buried years back.
Yeah, because you're not much younger than me. Like what? 5 years younger than me? About 5 years.
Yeah, about 5.
So we're kind of in the same era, but I'm
Exactly.
under you. You're kind of like in the Jay Z.
It kind of overlaps with me. Like, I'm
Yeah,
kind of,
you're in that middle, aren't you?
I hate being in the middle of things. But
You
I mean,
are.
I talk to people younger than me, and it's like I don't fit in with them either. I fit in more with people in their 30s than I do people in the late 20s.
Isn't that
Yeah,
weird?
that's
That is weird,
that's
isn't
the
it?
reason. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, people's perceptions around that time, I hadn't
So that would
thought
have been
about that.
2019?
2016. Yeah.
2016, sorry. Yeah. So even then, like, we come a long way with same-sex marriage and stuff like that. So it still, it baffles me. It really
Yeah,
does.
yeah. So there was that, which
Mhm.
was weird. It added another angle onto it.
Mhm.
So we both said, after we'd had a meal together and we were getting along really well, we both said, let's just get 2 takeaway coffees
Mhm.
and we'll go somewhere where we can just walk and talk.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. Whereas me, in
Nice
typical
and casual.
ADHD, huh?
Nice and casual.
Exactly, exactly. And it also meant that there were no like immediate prying eyes
Yeah.
as well, which made it easier. So there was me in typical ADHD fashion. I pulled up to where we were meeting up after we got our coffees and I left my car. However, I forgot that I'd left the window down on my car. ADHD was ADHD in that day.
I can imagine it was. I can imagine.
Yeah,
I'm getting my head to be in your head, and I feel you.
yeah, yeah. Like clumsy, forgetful, brain like a sieve. So,
Look, you like that anyway. You can't blame it on ADHD. That's just your personality.
so true. So true. But yeah, that's what made it memorable because I can look back and throughout all of the dark stuff that I went through, I can remember like the light points of me being absolutely bloody stupid at times.
Now you say that, I'm thinking about my relationship when I was my 19th to 21st when it ended.
Yeah.
And there was good memories. I'm like thinking, yeah, we did have a good couple of happy memories, but there were bad times as well.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's surprising how much sometimes but you've really got to put your brain in the focus of looking for the positives
Mm-hmm.
to erase the negatives quite so
But that's
much.
so hard though, because if you're used to having negativity in your life, you're always going to feel that energy
Yeah.
and have
Yeah.
that outlook. But sometimes
Yeah.
you need to change the people that you're with to have that positive spin on your life, because you are who you hang out with. If that makes
Exactly.
any sense.
It makes absolute sense. It really does. And I think it all plays on mindset and how
Mm.
we as individuals think that we're going to be perceived in certain situations.
Hmm. But you just got to be
Um,
yourself and not worry about any other people. Don't give a F about other people, because you only live once. God worry about
exactly.
anything. Like, enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you want to go and buy a new car, go and buy a goddamn new car. It's your money, end of the day. If you want a career
Exactly.
path, change it. If you want to go to university, college, do it.
Exactly. So, yeah, there was a lot of imperfections that surrounded
Mm.
that time. Some of them good, some of them bad,
Mm-hmm.
but ultimately, it's trying to get rid of the idea that it's controversial that I struggle with. And
Mm.
that's a tough one because it's so much of where I live. And even when we were, God, how long were we dating for? 2 years. Even throughout that time, people's perceptions were just rife. And it was so weird because even in like cities down south, people
Mm.
would occasionally stop, look at us, and then follow us with their eyes as we walked past. And it could be any age of people that would do that.
I'm now thinking back to when I was with my ex and lived in your area when I moved up there.
Yeah.
Going into town,
Yeah.
you hardly saw any same-sex couples.
You don't.
It's not known within your area at all.
No. No.
It's like it's frowned upon. Like, now I
Mm.
mention it, or now, like, now we're sitting here thinking about it, it's like, yeah, and I find that very weird how
Yeah.
different locations aren't accepted.
It's so strange. So
Mm,
strange.
it is.
And it's a real mind spin. Was going to say something else. to get your head in that frame where it's okay to be you, especially when you've worked with different people that it wasn't okay to mention that around. It's awkward.
Yeah.
So that to me was both imperfect and slightly awkward. However much I hated it, that it was awkward, because it shouldn't have been. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it's weird how dating lives can be so different and pass in such a blur, because they really do. And a bit like you were saying, sometimes it's difficult to think of the good times without immediately flicking back to the bad.
Yeah, especially if you're in town and then you just saw your said person who you've been in a abusive relationship with. You're immediately thinking the past, the trauma that it caused you.
Yeah.
You automatically go to that place.
Yeah.
And you can't help it. It's a natural defense to do that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, people say avoid your triggers and things like that. As part of therapy, it's important to acknowledge what your trigger points are.
But a lot of people don't know what the trigger points are.
Exactly.
They don't.
I was going to say, so then you know what they are. Anything that you're slightly edgy around mentioning, any subject that you avoid, any place that you avoid.
Colours
It
of
can
clothing,
even be
perfume, aftershave, or shampoo. Simple things.
Yeah.
You stop buying because it reminds you of the past.
Exactly. But it's important to recognize those and be able to then say, okay, so they used to be a trigger point for me. How can I then take that and reframe it to be a positive instead?
Sometimes as simple as moving area, that whole new life as a positive thing, and it just restarting your life from scratch.
Yeah.
You know, simple
and
things
giving yourself new memories.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that. And can you remember anything, any imperfections from school? That's a yes.
You know what? School wasn't perfect for me. I absolutely hated school with a passion.
Likewise.
I hated it. Right? I didn't do well in school. Right? And to be honest, I don't care. I really don't care. I did not do well in school because I'm here.
Exactly.
I'm living life. I've got a car, house, etc.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need a degree. Yes, I went to animal studies and I got 2 level 3, so I've done okay. But I haven't used them qualifications at all.
No, that's so true. I mean, I did the typical route. Like, for once, I did something that's a stereotype. Yay. I went through school, then I did college, then I did uni, dropped out of uni, but we forget that bit because I knew that it wasn't right for me.
Yeah, and that's okay. Not everything is right for everyone.
Exactly.
Why do you want to go to uni and have loads of debts?
See, that's my point. This is my point. Everybody has this thing, and society has this thing, and it's ingrained and it's stupid. So they say that people should go to school, then go to college, then go to uni, otherwise their life is going to fail.
Us by the government and the school system. Like, we have to do this, we got to do that, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to learn maths. I don't want to learn science.
I think it's this, like, time when they should be listening to kids a little bit more, listening to teenagers, and thinking maybe if we incorporated learning in what they were interested in, maybe then we would get more out of them, and maybe then they'd get better grades.
Exactly, like pi. Why do I need to learn pi? I'm not using
I still don't know pi.
Algebra. I'm not using that. I'm not using anything I learned in maths apart from divide, take away, and plus.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Apart from all them, which I need to work out for my wages, etc., and monthly outgoings, etc., etc. The basic. I don't need the whole shabam of intellectual math stuff because I don't need to know that.
No, I mean, but I can only remember.
So good at maths. He's so good at maths.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, the school thought he's going to be a professor in maths at university.
Wow.
He's so good. But Now they're doing A levels of maths in GCSEs. I'm like, I don't know any of that.
Mm.
It's so much harder.
Yeah. I mean, why put kids through it when they just need the basic maths to be able to get through life? None of this X equals Y or Z or whatever letter of the alphabet that they want to chuck in. Won't even go there. It's ridiculous.
I'd much rather been homeschooled, to be honest with you.
Likewise.
And I'm so grateful that my mum was a stay-at-home mum.
Yeah.
And we had a traditional upbringing. But like I said, I wish I was homeschooled. Because I think I would have got a lot more out of myself than I would have
Yeah.
in school. Because
Yeah.
you
I
had
mean,
bad people like disrupting the class and stuff like that. And you just,
don't
you know
even
what I
get me
mean? We had
started. Yeah.
clowns. It's like, why do I want that?
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No. I mean, I'm just thinking back to when I was at school and I was bullied and things like that. But then once I'd been through the trauma and everything, I wasn't in school for like 6 months. And then when they tried integrating me back in with the students, I'd panic.
I can imagine.
And I panicked so much that I ended up going into the library at school. And that's where I did all of my learning. Books were passed down to me. I didn't have to go out for PE. I would just immerse myself in books, writing, and whatever else the head of the library wanted me to do, whether that was putting away books or just organizing things. And I loved it. But that was because at that time I could take my own time with things. I didn't have to be in a classroom surrounded by other students. Exactly. And like teachers used to come down into the library and pass me things and whatever. And occasionally they'd give me like the odd sarcastic comment like, can you join class next week? And to which I'd turn around and say, no,
Nope.
because I can't. So unless you want me in there having a panic attack, which would please the other students no end, I'll stay here. And I was very comfortable in there. But that's because I wasn't distracted. I didn't have deadlines as such. I had revision to do. I didn't have deadlines. I still did homework, if you could call it homework. It depends how much they'd set me. Quite often they didn't bother because they forgot I was down there anyway. And then I'd just like appear for drama every so often. And that would just be me, which suited me. And then every so often it would be, oh yeah, there she is. She's in drama. Surprise, shock, horror.
Why am I not surprised? So is this where your love of drama and love of books come from? Acting.
I've always been a big bookworm since primary, really.
Oh, okay.
I was taking Harry Potter books into primary to read.
Nice.
And I would just sit there at reading time and just like read 5 minutes of The Prisoner of Azkaban or whatever I wanted. But yeah, I think I've always found them an escape, which I think is why, again, I radiated towards drama at secondary, because it was an escape.
That. Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so lots of imperfection.
There is indeed lots of imperfections. Imperfection is life.
Just flipping over my notes. Bit of ASMR for those that are listening and not watching this. So, how many first times can we come up with?
Well, we've done job. Okay,
job's one.
First time you went out driving by yourself.
First time driving by yourself.
First time you went to the shops and paid for items by yourself.
So true.
The first time you done cleaning the house.
Yeah.
First time you unloaded the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Loaded the dishwasher. First time you had an argument with your parents or siblings.
Yeah.
If you've got siblings out there, but I know you don't have any siblings.
No.
I've got siblings and we had our moments of fighting when we was younger.
I can understand that.
First time you went on holiday, first time you went on a train, plane, any transportation, first time you used your own laptop.
First time walking.
First time walking. Which, to be fair, are you going to remember your first time walking? Can you start walking when you're a toddler?
Well, it's still a first time thing though, isn't it?
It is, but then again, if you had a rehab, going through rehab,
That's so true.
operation or something like that, I guess, yeah, you're gonna start walking over again and learn new things. So yeah, first time you cut down a tree, we'll learn them all. There's so many.
Yeah. It's only when you start listing them
First time
do
you
you
wore
actually
glasses, first time you brush your
yeah.
teeth, first time you've been engaged, first time you ended a relationship. Oh my god, there's so many.
Yeah. I mean, it's only when you start listing them do you realize how many firsts there actually are throughout life.
Yeah.
It's just so weird when actually you take that time just to actually list a load of things.
First time getting married.
Yeah.
First time you bought yourself a phone. I remember when I had my first phone when I was 13.
Yeah.
Like,
Just,
it's mental.
yeah, it is.
Like, the phone was small. It wasn't a great big massive size like a brick. The phone was like they big. Button.
Yeah. Yeah. My God. And then all the different blooming typing languages.
BRB.
And all that.
Be right back.
And PSML.
If you know any what that means, write it in the comments below.
Yeah, please do, because I think we might have forgotten a few.
Probably. But yeah, there's like so many short languages we have to use, like B and then the one before as before.
Yeah.
Like, you obviously had to shorten it because obviously you have to pay per text. So you want to cram much as you want in one text message before sent. Oh my god.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's
I'm
so
showing my age
weird.
now. Anyway, moving on.
So, time for a bit of a challenge then.
Oh, I'm up for a challenge.
So, what tongue twister can you remember being said a lot when you were younger?
Seesaw one?
Yeah, she sold seashells on the seashore.
Yes, that's.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Oh, what else?
Peter Piper.
Oh, yes, another one. Can't.
Yeah.
Oh, Peter Piper, Pepper or something.
Peter
Ah!
Piper. Peter Piper picked a pickled pepper or something like that, was it? Or Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers. Pepper pickled. I can't do it. Even looking at it, I can't do it. Let's do the C one.
Yeah, that one might be easier.
You would think.
Well, yeah.
She sells seashells by the
Seashells.
seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if the shells on the seashore, I'm sure the seashore shells. Oh my god, that is quite hard actually. I remember doing it when I was younger, but now I haven't done it for so long.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it? Hang on, I've got to try and find it. Here we go. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Oh my God.
That was imperfect. Well done.
We were both imperfect with that.
Oh my gosh. Well, that was
oh my gosh.
If anyone remembers any other tongue twisters, run down below.
Yeah. Or if anybody has any other challenges for us to complete on these things imperfectly.
That'd be so good.
As we've
I love
just
games.
done.
I love games. Let's do it.
Put them in the comments because I'd be so interested.
Mm-hmm.
And just purely from a research point of view, put a Y if you're watching this on YouTube and an S if you're watching or listening to this on Spotify, because Spotify podcasts can now also be watched as well. I didn't know that.
Really? I didn't know that. When did that come out?
I think it came out, God, I think I'm behind the times. I think it came out 6 months ago.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so people can now watch us on Spotify too.
Oh my God. Like, what? I did not even know.
I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what do you think makes first memorable?
There'll always be your first, and you can never forget your first.
So true.
You can't. Like, first relationship, first time, for everything, you can't.
I must admit. I mean, first either end up awkward, embarrassing, or just cringy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that could be one of the reasons why they're remembered as well.
Yeah. Good.
Because, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But one thing's definitely for certain is that they're all imperfect.
Absolutely.
Because no first can be perfect.
Life isn't perfect. Life is imperfect.
Exactly. I could not agree more. So, what are we talking about on the next episode, Vic?
Come on, very confident.
Gosh, that's me. I'm being mean. So, the next episode that you can join us for is where we're talking about roasts and how each other just take the mick out of each other, as
There
I
you
so
go.
seamlessly did as a teaser.
Hey. That was not rehearsed at all, guys.
So, thank you so much again for watching or listening to this. And Vic, what have we got to do now?
Like and subscribe on all our socials.
Which will be down in the comments.
And right below.
As always. And don't forget to join us in a fortnight with the next one. So now, all that's left for me to say is roll the titles.
Imperfectly, perfectly, we grow, step by step, we let the pain go. In this space we heal, you know, it's all about the journey.